The following program is a Citizen Green TV exclusive presentation.
Happy holidays. My name is Jerry Joyner, and we welcome you to our beta of the I Am J-Man show. I'm a plain talker and a straight shooter, bringing you unique people, places, and products from coast to coast. I'm excited today to have blockchain guru Eric Kennedy as my guest, zooming in from Hollywood. First up is a spotlight with Chris Self and JT Barnett to share about the $8 billion hemp industry in Texas that's under siege by a couple of politicians, and the upcoming Texas Cannabis Chronicles docuseries they are producing to counter this attack. We're going to close the show with a music video from our good friend William Wallace. Stay tuned.
From deep in the heart of Texas to the Everglades and all the way to the calming waters of Waikiki, join everyone's favorite plain talker and straight shooter, Jerry the J-Man Joyner, on his adventures from coast to coast, bringing you the latest art, live music, stand-up comedy, and everything in between. This January, I Am J-Man.
Welcome back, folks. My spotlight today is about the Texas Cannabis Chronicles, produced by JT Barnett of Tiger King and Cheaters fame, and Chris Self, owner of Trilogy. Gents, good to see you today.
Hey, how's it going, J-Man?
Man, if it was going any better, I'd need a twin brother, and you guys could be them. If JT didn't have his hat on, folks, you'd see we all were at the same barber this morning. Yeah. Well, guys, let's chop it up about what's going on, especially with Dan Patrick and Charles Perry, a couple of Texas politicians, just all of a sudden are just hell-bent on killing an $8 billion industry in Texas.
Yeah, and I don't know if this comes from a place of ignorance on Dan Patrick's part or it's just political posturing, but that's one thing we're trying to focus on with our documentary is highlighting this industry that's under siege. Like you mentioned earlier, it's an $8 billion industry. And how many people does it employ?
I heard 50,000. Chris, you employ some people in this industry.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Your livelihood with one of the things you've got is a shop out in Coppell, and those people could be in jeopardy along with the other 8,000 licensed hemp retailers in Texas.
Right.
So what's your take on this, Chris?
I mean, it's just like JT said, a lot of ignorance. I mean, if they really took the time to see the benefits that our products offer to people, veterans especially, it would be catastrophic to take this industry away, not just for the benefits and the health reasons, but for the employment reasons.
Economic great point, Chris. People want these products, and in the past they got them off the street. And now so many legitimate retailers have these. Are there some bad actors? Sure. But as soon as you kill this, all those people that are spending $8 billion in this industry are going to go to get those products somewhere. And they're going to have to go back to the street or this.
Yeah, the black market. They're feeding that money back into transnational criminal organizations who are, killing American citizens and pumping drugs into this country. And why feed this machine when we can work together, put this money back in the hands of Texans and American citizens so we can, do more good with it?
Well, it sounds like you guys have put together a docuseries called the Texas Cannabis Chronicles.
Right.
And a little while back, I heard about this, but now you're in something. JT, what do you call it? What stage?
We're currently in principal photography.
That's a real thing there, right?
Right. We're about halfway through filming. We're going to lead up until, the legislative sessions next year. We have we have a great partner that came on. We have some exciting news. One of our title sponsors is Hometown Hero now. So,
and that's the way you're putting this docuseries together. You're getting people to be sponsors of this docuseries because it costs money to put something together. I heard JT knocked a zero off his normal fee to try to get this thing put together. Might have been 2 zeros to be truthful about it, So, but you're on a fast track for this. You've got to get this out by January, right?
Right. Well, we'll be rolling social and promo content out prior to our launch on a streaming platform. But yeah, we want to build awareness for it. I mean, it's a industry under siege, and it has such an economic impact and such a benefit for so many people. It's something that we need to address. And with my history, I like taking real, raw stories, whether it's Tiger King or something a little more edgy like Cheaters, and then translating that for the public. But this is something that affects everybody.
Well, I think some of the initial people that are funding this got on board, JT, simply because of your bona fides. And my experience in a couple of years, I've been doing media for the cannabis, an outspoken advocate for the cannabis and marijuana industry. It's the first time we've had somebody that has your kind of credentials getting involved to produce the content along with getting it distributed. It's one thing to produce great content, but another part of that is distribution and marketing to the masses where it actually gets seen. And that's so exciting that JT is a part of this and helping do this. And Chris, you're part of the thing. You put money into this thing. You're getting other people, some of your vendors, I think, are helping to sponsor this, but there's still room for some more people, right? Did you hear that? That's J-Man doing his plug there for these guys, folks. They could always use a few more dollars to help them get this over the finish line. And if you're interested in helping this, if you're involved in the hemp industry, reach out to me and I'll get you in touch with these guys and see if you could play a part in helping get this thing over the finish line. So you're going around Texas filming this. It's all about Texas, right?
Absolutely.
And what's going on here.
Yeah, we're focused on the state. I'm really happy, Chris. Chris is the founder of this. He's the main EP. He helped put all this together, and I'm so thankful he did, because it's a story that was kind of flying under the radar. There's a lot of talk about cannabis, and which when we say cannabis, we're referencing that's both hemp and marijuana. It's the
same plant, right?
It's the exact same plant. It's the government that gives it two different names based on what stage it's harvested and how much Delta-9 is in the plant. But at the end of the day, it's the same plant. You're selling. You got 80% of Americans want some form of legal cannabis in America.
Yeah, that's right. 80%, folks, of Americans think that adult use should be legal for people of age. And we're big proponents of that. We don't want to see kids using this stuff. They need to wait to take a puff until they're old enough, right? Okay, because of the format. But look, these drinks like the Buzz Me Up and a bunch of other drinks are replacing alcohol, which is a lot better for our veterans. You mentioned veterans, and the no hangover effects, the no sugars, a bunch of things. A lot of people are turning this. Alcohol sales are down, and I think the alcohol people are coming after us, or the good ones are getting in the hemp business. I see where several of those are starting to buy brands that have started to establish themselves, whether it's in the drink, the edibles, and such. And if there's an $8 billion industry here in Texas, that sales tax that's getting paid for these products. Is it these politicians are just wanting to get a bigger grab on this? It's, something that the guy that did the Buzz stuff, he wanted to make it affordable. He wanted to reset the market. Right. Antonio Squad, making it more affordable. Well, yeah, okay, it's $5 and it's a good deal. Now it's going to be $20 if Dan Patrick and Perry have their way, or it won't be there at all and we'll only have illegal products. You're going to uncover this and more with this docuseries, right?
Exactly. And I could almost guarantee that it's more of a money thing than anything. I mean, that's just kind of how it all really goes.
Yeah, Chris, give us a rundown on the average customer that comes into your store. Are they a middle-aged person? All walks of and ages. Tell us a little bit about
it's
that.
Very diverse. I mean, you could have the young fitness person coming in. I've got clients that are in their mid-70s coming in. For sleep issues or arthritis issues or pain issues. It's all over the spectrum.
Yeah. And certainly people use this for recreation, no different than they do alcohol. Correct. And I think if we looked at the numbers, we'll see there's far less incidences occur when people are using a cannabis product, whether it's marijuana or hemp-based, than they do with alcohol. I think that's something we're going to continue to see trends in happening. So is this you said docuseries, JT? Tell us what that means.
It's like a multi-part special. It's like a documentary, but it has multiple episodes.
And so you're trying to get that first episode out as this legislation's coming up in March, I guess, here in Texas. Is that
Correct.
right?
Well, we'll be rolling out a lot of different streaming content related to the series, but absolutely, by the time the legislative session gets here, we're going to see a lot of this content.
Well, give us a little bit more insight to the Texas Cannabis Chronicles, what these episodes might represent and share with folks.
Well, I think a lot of part of it's going to be we do want to catch a lot of what Hometown Hero does. I think they do probably the most out of a lot of them.
No, that's Lucas Gilkey down in Austin. He's
Correct.
the guy with the lawsuit that's up with the legislature.
That's right. They've already taken it to the Supreme Court and won. So Hometown Hero is very critical. They've put themselves out there, kind of the tip of the spear in the battle.
I know Lucas Gilkey personally. He's a veteran. He's a guy to help provide freedom. Let me be when I was doing Weed and Whiskey News. Allowed us to do that. And he helps a lot of veterans. He's got a big clientele both in the stores and working directly with veterans. And so it's exciting that him and I think there's a lady named Cynthia. Is that right?
Cynthia Cabrera and Lucas Gilkey are from Hometown Hero are critical to this fight in Texas, and the story we're telling focuses on them, as well as the 7,000 other retailers or 50,000 other Texans who are affected by this industry.
Folks, I started this off with this I Am J-Man Beta calling this a spotlight. I think going forward, we're going to call it the WTF Spotlight. What do you think about that? Because WTF is going on with these two politicians.
With a special shout out to Dan Patrick.
Yeah. We are inviting you on to the I Am J-Man show, and give us your reasons, Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick and Representative or State Senator, whatever you are, Charles Perry, other than an irritant to a bunch of veterans that I know. I can't believe y'all are riling this up when there's been so much headway made because of the Farm Bill, innovative entrepreneurs taking advantage of this, and you want to take a few bad actors that we all agree should be eliminated and throw us all under the bus for that. That's old J-Man's take. Parting words, JT?
I'm just thankful to be here in Texas and working on this exciting project with everyone and bringing this exciting story to life, so that more Texans.
We're so blessed to have you involved. And Chris, you're the one started all this thing up.
No, I agree. I'm thankful for how this is all coming together. It's crazy to think how it just was a thought in my head, and then we just went from here, and now it's grown into this. And
folks, I'll close with this. It was a few months back that Chris knocked on our door down at HQ and said, "Hey, my big Bosnian buddy that says you talk real loud and a lot, and I'd love for you to be involved in being a host on something that I'm working on." And boom, look at how this has evolved. Now JT's here. We've got some great people that are sponsoring this thing. We'd love to have some more of you guys help participate in helping us get this put together where we can have a compelling story for people to understand what's really going on. Thanks. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with Eric Kennedy.
My name is Lucas Gilkey. I'm the CEO of Hometown Hero.
I'm Jerry Joyner. I'm Bob Hogan. This is Mariano Berea.
The hemp industry is over $8 billion and growing leaps and bounds.
We're putting money back in the hands of Texans who live in Texas, who operate in Texas.
Kind of interesting to be here at ground zero, talking to people actually operating at the marketplace.
I'm Alex Fulbright with a company called Mellow Fellows.
My name is Sam.
My name is Marco Krause.
And I'm Chris with Trilogy.
Despite all of these outside pressures to hinder an industry, it keeps thriving.
The Texas hemp industry is already the #1 in the U.S. It's going to stay #1 in the U.S. And this state is quickly turning into the center and the battleground for the future of cannabis in America.
Now, Texas lawmakers are looking
to deal with a $33 billion.
We're getting an idea of what legislative priorities
has captured the attention of Texas politicians.
In nature, it's the same plant. There's only one plant. It's Cannabis sativa L. So all hemp and marijuana come from what is the same species of plant. It's the same exact plant.
Past, present, and future of cannabis in the Lone Star State. The Texas Cannabis Chronicles.
Thanks for staying tuned, folks. My next guest, Eric Kennedy, is a seasoned executive with over 30 years of experience in the entertainment and advertising industry. He currently serves as co-founder and managing director with the EMTRI Corporation, a leading provider of blockchain technology and decentralized solutions inside the cannabis industry. Eric holds a bachelor's degree in business administration from the University of New Orleans. In his free time, he enjoys, in this order, spending time with his family, smoking weed, learning, writing, and traveling. Welcome, my friend, to I Am J-Man.
Hey, how you doing, J-Man? Pleasure to be here, brother.
Thank you, Eric. We met through Brad Moore, a colleague of mine now, and I guess I almost could call Brad my boss. You know, they acquired my weed and whiskey, and we rolled it into Citizen Green and let that thing take over. And man, it's been an exciting time for me. But you got a little history with Brad started before mine did, I think.
Yeah, man, I feel like Brad's my boss also. Yeah, man. We started a relationship back in 2021 through a friend of ours named Scott Walker out of Canada, who was sitting on the board with GCAC, and we had an idea to get into blockchain technology to help satisfy the cannabis industry. We wanted to really help the farmers. And he said, you know what? I have a guy for you. They're already doing what you guys want to do, and let me put you guys together. And here we are.
Man, isn't that amazing, Eric, how things work in the world today when people are aligning and trying to do the right things? I was on a radio show. I was a guest on Ken Brew's show in Ohio, and a guy named Steve Peterson heard me, contacted me, said he's doing a thing with veterans. My dad, he's not with us any longer, but he was a Silver Star recipient. So I've got a lot of appreciation for our people that provide our freedom. Next thing you know, Steve and I are working things out with different shows, and it brought us to where we're at here. But before we learn more about EMTRI, as in Emerald Triangle, we want to learn more about Eric Kennedy. You said University of New Orleans, so I'm assuming you from Louisiana.
I am a New Orleans-born brother here, man. I love my city, knife ward to the death. And yes, I graduated from the University of New Orleans in 92. I moved to the D.C. area where I became a conductor for Amtrak for about 3 or 4 years. And then my love for music brought me to be in the entertainment business for a long time. So right after Amtrak, I was running a couple independent labels under Universal and Warner Music Group. And then that transcended me into advertisement. And I kind of took all of those principles, and then here we are with EMTRI.
How about that? So when did your journey with cannabis start, Eric? Like mine, as a young person.
Started puffing, baby. Started puffing. Well, when I was in the entertainment business, cannabis was hand in hand in the studio. So when I relocated the company to LA, I was introduced to open up a collective. And that's where you had your own patients, and you had your, you were able to be a caretaker. And from there, it brought me to a journey to the Emerald Triangle, which everyone was trying to get up into the Emerald Triangle to source their cannabis. And after a couple visits up there, I got with my partner, Scott Zarnes. Peace out to Scott Zarnes up in Mendocino County. And then we did a full-fledged collective, and that's how I got to the space heavily from that point.
Okay, Eric, share with us a little bit more about the Emerald Triangle. That's 3 counties, Humboldt, with the
Humboldt, Mendocino County, and Trinity. They make up the Emerald Triangle, which is in Northern California, further up past San Francisco, maybe about 8 hours from Los Angeles. And it's known for fine wine and fine cannabis. So if anyone's out there, look up the Emerald Triangle. You're definitely going to see a lot of discovery on the territory. And it's known for 420. We wouldn't have 420, which is your birthday, I understand.
Thank you for that shout out, brother. Thank you for that shout out.
So if it wasn't for those great people up in the Emerald Triangle fighting for the laws in Sacramento, we would not have 420 and Prop 7D now, which is giving us legal medical grade right now. So thanks to the good people in Sacramento.
All props to the Emerald Triangle. That's always been the the best marijuana in America or cannabis. You know, I had a couple of guests on earlier, Eric, and many people don't understand that marijuana and hemp come from the same cannabis sativa L plant, you know, and I would think that the genetics that for the last 30 or 40 years that have been developed in the Emerald Triangle or put them up against anybody in the world, I would imagine.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you understand that, one couple things I just want to put. When it comes to adult and medical, to be medical grade, you have to be organically grown, living soil, using the principles of the earth, sun, water, and then you have your secret sauce. If it's grown indoors, then it's considered to be adult usage. So we kind of stick with the medical grade. So once again, it has to be in living soil. You have to use the principle of the sun, the earth, and then your nutrients and everything. I'm not against indoor or mixed light or anything, but we definitely key on sun grown.
Well, you know, that's a great point there, Eric, that you brought up. And many people, you know, as they're becoming aware of THC and how that can affect their body, both medicinally and for recreationally, they don't know about all this. You know, I grew up with Mexican dirt weed. There was no medicinal content to that at all. There were sticks and stems and seeds, you know.
Bro, you're shaking the box.
Yeah,
you know?
and then you look at some of these beautiful, I mean, I've seen artwork of plants that come from the Emerald Triangle, and it's beautiful art, let alone what the quality of the plant is.
Art form.
Yeah.
It is definitely an art form. Yes, it is.
Well, we're going to take a quick break, folks, and we're going to come back with Eric and find out what blockchain really means. Okay, what is it, and how is that used in the cannabis industry? Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
Welcome back, folks. We're with my new friend, Eric Kennedy, and he's going to educate us on what blockchain means. Okay, I thought that's something you use to take a motor out of a car or something, a block and a chain, but that's not what this is it, Eric?
Well, blockchain, you know, I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm a blockchain expert, and thanks to my partners at GCAC, they catapult us to learn the industry quite, you know, at a rapid speed. Well, blockchain for us is a decentralized platform that is a use of nodes and data blocks. So picture it as you having your own personal diary, and it's your story. You dictate your truth, and you bring that to a community. And computers dictate that by using chains of code. So it keeps us honest. So every nude and every transaction is dictated on a blockchain so that it can't be, you can't be biased. You can't go in and tamper with it. It is the law. It is your truth and stamped in a transitional code. So it's everyone that's on that blockchain community is open source. So you can't own a blockchain. You can create on a blockchain. Right now we're on the Ethereum. So I know it kind of sounds like, you know, a big, huge, what we say here, a huge, I don't want it to sound like a puzzle for you. Okay, put it that way. But it's a very simple codes, talk to computers, and computers keep us what we could say truthful to the data.
Okay, so now, Eric, most people, when you use the word Ethereum, at least my limited knowledge, I'm thinking about the cryptocurrency that people talk about and things like that. So this is all part of that digital network that exists. Don't tell me that you're going to start talking about non-fungible tokens or something like that now.
Yeah, most people know Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is your leader out there. Ethereum came along to help really when you're mining your tokens in Bitcoin, you use a lot of energy and power. You have to have huge data cold storage facilities. When Ethereum came, a young man about the age in his 20s simplified it to help that we wouldn't be using so much carbon footprint to mine these transactions. So Ethereum uses no mine. It uses proof of works. It allows us to use a app-based platform through GCAC, which is the Uplift platform, EMTRI, which is our app. And through that node, it allows us to mine our own information. So we allow farmers in the space to dictate their story to the blockchain, their grow method as the truth, their proof of works. And that's kind of what blockchain is used for.
Okay, so that gives accountability from seed to smoke, basically?
That's what I say. They say seed to sell. I'm from seed to smoke. I'm with you on that. Yes, it allows you to follow that whole data trail from the moment that seed and that genetic plant is engineered from the producer all the way down to the consumer who is now consuming it, smoking it, or digesting it. Correct. And once again, the best part about it is decentralized makes you your own boss. We don't have the regs that you have to go through with the cannabis industry. We don't have the government. We don't have a banking institution that is in the middle. It's the community that's bringing the data forth.
Okay. All right. So all that, folks, is leading us up to this. Is it Nobis? Is that the right word?
Operation Nobis. And I have to give that coin phrase and that whole plan, that whole journey to GCAC. Shout out to once again, Brad, Scott. Shout out to all the guys out there in Israel. Shout out to the people out in Switzerland that are working on this program. But it's to bring free weed, as I would say it, to needed veterans who are in need of medical cannabis that are not getting the benefit of the cannabis needs hours. So we came together with GCAC. Brad is a vet. So it's part of his journey to make sure that he incorporate a platform for veterans to receive.
And y'all are giving grams away, right? That this program is
right
a way
now
that
we're giving 1,111 grams of weed that signify 11/11, which was Veterans Day this year. And for every veteran that's interested in the state of California and in Canada, you can go to our platform on the EMTRI platform or Citizen Green TV, scan the QR code or claim a gram, and you will get a notification after your sign up to where you can redeem your gram. Free weed.
Okay.
And we want every vet to have that medicine.
Eric, walk us through that one more time. What does a veteran do? He scans a QR code on the website or on the Citizen Green TV. They could be watching an episode of Higher Than Space, Weed and Whiskey. They've got commercials running on all the time, so they could go there on their app.
Apple Store. You can go to Apple or the Google Play. Download the Affixi app or the Uplift Affixi app. As soon as you download it to your phone, you will also be generated to go towards our digital couponings, which is on the homepage. So on there, we have several selections from CBD products to cannabis discounts. But the leading platform right now is the Nobis, our Nobis platform right now to make sure that all vets receive a gram of cannabis. And that can be in the form of a pre-roll or a bud. It depends on your redemption location.
Gotcha. And so that's in addition to that coupon program that is available through Citizen Green TV, where you can get discounts. You don't have to be a veteran, I don't think, to take advantage of those. Anyone can do this.
There's no sign up either. And if you just scan a QR code, and as soon as you scan that QR code, you automatically default right into a digital wallet platform. So it's not only you just getting a NFT coupon or a discount, you're actually being brought into the DeFi program. You're going to automatically receive your digital wallet. You're going to automatically be signed onto a blockchain as one of our community members. So it's not just receiving weed, you're now into the digital platform, a digital network.
Eric, what you're saying is if a veteran or someone doesn't have their own crypto wallet, is that the right term? Or digital wallet, this program will help them navigate that, where they'll have a wallet and then they can start having these coupons to use.
That's right. And you can start going and clipping NFTs all day, scrams. You get to scroll through the gallery. We have multiple products right now in Vegas. California is launching now, like I said, through the Operation Nobis. We're actually, EMTRI is going to be giving away another 1,000 grams starting this Monday through our platform to bring more energy over to the EMTRI network. And we're going to continue this platform on. We believe that, you know what, giving away weed is a lot easier than selling it.
I'll say that's probably a true statement there, Eric. It's exciting that you're working with the technology of the future to help bring these benefits. We're going to take one more quick break, folks, and we'll be back with Eric and let him tell us what he thinks is going to happen in 2025 and beyond. Stay tuned. Howdy, partakers. Old J-Man here, and I'm making a plea today for our good alien friends. Do you know that aliens can only eat bologna that is 100% butthole free? And most bologna out there, almost all the bologna. But guess what? Old J-Man found him some. Looky there, 100% butthole free. And this is real bologna. This ain't no bologna. I'm telling you, man, this is the Bougie Bologna Company. My good friends JP and Ross, I met them down at the Peroni Food Show. You got to get online, check these guys out, man. Got breakfast patties. My favorite, give me that. I think it's his too. The jalapeno sandwich flats. Now, this stuff's tasty. J-Man's ate it. It's J-Man approved. Aliens, our good aliens can live longer with us down here because it's 100% butthole free. It's bougie, baby. J-Man approved. All right, folks, we got just a few more minutes. Thanks for staying with us. We got a few more minutes with Eric, and he's going to share with us about blockchain and cannabis in 2025 and beyond. Take it away, Eric.
Yeah, well, listen, as you know, right now, the cannabis market is taking a big hit. The prices are crashing. Farmers are really taking a lot of pain trying to survive in this business we have, and distributors fall off. So what we're trying to do with blockchain right now is we're treating cannabis as a commodity. We're launching the cannabis commodity formula, where every farmer who is growing naturally, growing organically cannabis, medical grade cannabis, will be able to join our platform. We will be rewarding you with our token, the EMTRI token, as you see right here, that's trading on the Uniswap platform. It is paired with the USDC, so has its worth in dollars. And we will reward every farmer that joins our blockchain with the cost of cultivation, meaning if it costs you 50 cents a gram to grow, we're going to reward you with our crypto token times each gram that you produce to be inside of our platform. Within that, we're going to have advertisers from television, radio that are going to advertise by the gram. For every dollar that you put up for advertisement through Citizen Green platform or EMTRI network, we're going to match it with a gram of cannabis that we also give away to anyone that is following our platform or going to our advertisers platform. So if you have a brand new record, you can join our Weed and Beat platform. We'll give you a free gram away for every dollar that you advertise. So right now, it's up for us to use blockchain to be truthful, to bring truthful grams, to use it also so that you can clip giveaways, claim a gram, and to support our vets. Blockchain is transparent, it is all truthful, and we're going to use it to catapult our industry to the next plateau in this 2025 season right here.
Eric, how does somebody get a hold of you if they wanted to hire you to consult or get information, learn more? What's the best way for somebody to get in contact with you?
Real simple, man. EMTRI is EMTRI for those that don't know. You can go to EMTRInetwork.com. You can go to EMTRIagency.com, or you can go to any social platform and look up EMTRI Agency, and you can contact us right there. From our website, we also allow you to go ahead and do a calendar to set up an interview with us, and we'll bring you on into the platform. Simple and chain. We're reachable. You talk directly to us. You won't get any AI bots. You'll talk to us first.
How about that, man? You know, because those AI bots, I used a couple of them on an episode, and we had to put a little thing on there. We said, this is an AI person. My mom thought, she said, would you hire that new little girl? I said, Mama, we didn't hire that. That's made up. She said, why are you doing that? And I was like, okay, I won't do it anymore, Mama. Eric, thank you for sharing your insight and your knowledge about blockchain and cannabis and everything that you're doing to try to help our veterans. We look forward to asking you to come back on the show in 2025 and update us on what's going on. And thank you,
Can I
Brad.
give one shout out before I go? Shout out to Scott Zone up in the Emerald Triangle. Shout out to GCAC, our partners over in Canada. And shout out to all the vets. We want you to come get this weed, man. It's free.
There we go. Free weed. You can't beat that. Check out what GCAC is doing to help our veterans and our first responders at globalcompliance.app. Peace and love to all y'all. That's it for me this